Okay. You got it. In today's episode, we're going to be reacting to some of the craziest and strangest videos I found on TikTok. Let's get into it.
Are y'all seeing what's happening in Greece right now? There is a massive evacuation taking place as they have a huge influx of earthquakes and also an active volcano, I think at least one, all happening at the same exact time. And this right here actually made me open up some secret history. We'll get into that later. But we're also having some major warning signs in the sky in Russia. Everyone's trying to leave, so it seems as if something really big is possibly about to happen. And don't forget, just a few weeks ago I was showing you the, electron map, and it shows the increase in seismic activity, whether earthquakes and volcanoes. Go figure, right? The reason me and other people can tell you guys what's coming weeks and months in advance is because we've been paying attention, and we know the signs. And if you know the historical significance of Greece, then you know. We're about to get into this in a minute, but this is just some of them right there. And this is in Russia right now. You know, the Bible talks about being able to discern the face of the sky to tell what is coming. It really does feel like something is afoot. And if you learn from history, you will too.
Well, I hope the people out there are okay, because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in this world. Stay safe out there, please.
There is a portal opening up in front of my house right now. Yep. Yo, it's getting brighter and brighter. Oh my God. Jay, Naira, Kenzo, it's like a portal. It's 100% a portal. Google it, ChatGPT it, look up portal, and look at that fucking thing and tell me that's not a fucking portal. It is a portal. It's round. It's coming out of the light. It's a fucking portal. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Look at the circle, though. You see...
Crazy enough, I actually seen that last night as well. I'm pretty certain it's a SpaceX thing, or at least that's what they say. But it was pretty cool. And kinda concerning on how close it was to my house. It was practically overhead. This person must not live too far from me as well.
So this is shocking that our phones are doing that we had no idea it was doing, and it's doing as we speak, literally as I'm recording this video. It is doing it. Yours is doing it too. It is shocking. Optogenetics, do you know what this is? It's a biological technique to control the activity of neurons or other cell types with light. Now watch this. So this guy has a special camera that can film. It's a night vision camera. And this woman's on her phone. This is the name of the camera, by the way. And our phones, this isn't like a hidden secret. They give off infrared, at least the new ones, flash infrared light consistently, constantly at your face. And it's like mapping your face, or it's the, the official reason is that it's so that your phone will adjust the brightness. If you're not looking at it, it'll just turn the brightness down, save battery or whatever. But he goes into a public street in a moment and he starts filming. Now, optogenetics is the manipulation, modification, and control of your cells and neurons with light. So here's a guy in public, and there you can see the light going off. These flashes of light can turn on and off the function of cells. So this kind of reminds me of They Live, because it's like you don't even know this is going on, that your face is being flashed with this, optogenetically modifying things. And this is happening right now. Is this a form of mind or thought control? When you turn on and off the function of cells in your freaking brain because you're looking at a damn phone.
I remember when the iPhone X or the iPhone 10 came out and people were using night vision on it to see the infrared lights being flashed at you. When I seen that back then, at that moment I knew that it was just more than collecting fingerprints, because that's how it first started. Even if you can't see the infrared light, you don't really know what it could possibly be doing to your eyes. Not to mention how it could be affecting you while you sleep, even if you have your phone right there on your nightstand next to you. Something to take into consideration. Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. For everyone that's currently watching and or subscribed, Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
I have some bad news that sounds really scary, but it's gonna be okay. A couple of months ago, in December, astronomers discovered a new asteroid. It's called 2024 YR4, and of course, immediately they started calculating its chances of hitting Earth. And the math that they came to caused the International Asteroid Warning Network to issue its first ever asteroid impact warning notification. This asteroid is between 40 and 90 meters across, and it has between a 1.3 and a 1.6% chance of impacting Earth on December 22nd, 2032. So this is now officially the most hazardous asteroid that we know about in terms of impact probability and impact energy. Astronomers can see this asteroid right now, but unfortunately it is moving away from us right now, and so after April, it's going to get too far away and it's going to be really hard to study. So astronomers have until then to refine their calculations using every tool and telescope available to them. And the asteroid will become more visible again in the year 2028 with that potential impact in 2032. It is a very slim chance, but if it does impact, this is the area of uncertainty. The really good news is that we know about it. If calculations show that it's probably going to impact, there are things we can do, like steer it away from Earth. Scientists have successfully changed the course of an asteroid before. If it hits over the ocean, that would be okay. It's not big enough to cause worldwide tsunamis. If it hit over land, there would be blast damage up to 50 kilometers away. So we're talking about downed trees, broken windows, and maybe some collapsed buildings, so it is absolutely dangerous, but definitely not like dinosaur level. But again, it probably will not get to that point. It has more than a 98% chance of missing Earth, and hopefully we can refine those calculations even more over the next couple of months.
I find it amazing that we have the science to study this, to see it, and to predict it and theorize about it. And then the conspiracy side of me wants to believe that what if this is some kind of either divine being or some kind of fallen angel that they're trying to prepare us for, you know? Now, me personally, I'm not really worried about it. I don't think that this is going to be a problem at all. But I would like to know your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments of what you think about this.
There's a time traveler from the year 2671 who came to warn us about 2025. March 30th, a mile-wide asteroid is going to hit Central America.
Okay.
And millions will be killed, and it's going to be crazy. Then April 20th, many of the world's largest volcanoes will erupt. And for some reason, this is going to cause a lot of pressure in Yellowstone, Fuji, and Mauna Loa. And we'll see some massive eruptions.
This is all this year?
Yeah, this is all this year. This is
Okay.
what this time traveler came to say.
I'm just keeping track here.
September 21st,
September
the
21st.
first ever Category 6 hurricane will hit the United States. It'll be heavily focused and wind speeds of 400 miles per hour.
Okay.
That'd be
It's going to be
terrifying.
a hurricane named Karen. I'm not even kidding. This is what the
I'm gonna stop writing. I was literally writing these down like an idiot.
anyway. It's all over TikTok. I just didn't know if you saw it or not.
Is the
so
hurricane going to complain to management?
I'm sure it will.
Mates, we got something interesting coming out of France right now from 2014 that's kind of resurfaced online of your typical tic-tac shaped UFO phasing through solid matter. Look at this, mate. It's just caught on a drone footage, and this video was brought to my attention by Daily UFO Videos. But look at this thing phasing through the floor, right? And the people that kind of witnessed this, again, were completely mind blown about what they saw. There's still no real explanation about what this thing could be. Look at it just disappear into the rock, mate. Explain that. What is that, mate? I mean, like the footage that we've been seeing recently as well of the cigar-shaped UFOs, the very long ones. We've had a lot of Tic Tacs making an appearance recently. And all of this is relevant, you know? And there's been talks in the past of UFO-type objects being able to phase through physical mass, whether that's them travelling through a different dimension or a different plane of existence, and they can just phase in and out between things that we can see. And if this is your textbook perfect example of two veils crossing and things kind of phasing in and out between realities, you know, because the speculation of things like this do happen, and we've had a lot of sightings where things just don't make sense. If that's whether it could be to do with, you know, you see a person walking through a wall like a spirit, is that two different realities phasing in and out, and you're just kind of seeing that in a weird way represented, you know? But I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think. This bit of footage is absolutely amazing, and France, Holy moly, man. You guys get some cool stuff over there, alright? Look at this one more. And it just goes, disappears. Whether there's something in the mountain, like a base, or something more that we're just not seeing. Look at that.
I mean, that could be a number of things. I'll throw off 4 of them that I can think of. 1, it could be a reflection reflecting off of the glass or lens, and it just looks like something going into the mountain. That's why it looks kind of cut when it goes into the mountain. The second thing is it could be a bird flying in with his wings spread going into the trees, because it does look like trees that it's going into. It's very fast and unnatural looking though, so I don't know if that would be the case. Which leads me to the third thing, and that being CGI, because that really did not look real. And the fourth thing is it could have very well been a Tic Tac UFO, UAP, some kind of actual entity, and it just phased through the mountain. Or there's a hologram there and there's not even a mountain there at all. It's just like this hologram that ship just knew to go through. Do I believe that? No. But let me know what you guys think it was.
Do you realize how crazy it is that the first sin of mankind was Adam and Eve taking a bite out of an apple from the tree of knowledge, which led to the fall of man? And now half the world walks around with a library of virtually infinite knowledge in their pockets with the logo of a bitten apple on the back of it, which they were tempted to do by a serpent who promised they would be unharmed. And now we all take health advice from an international organization whose logo is a snake overlooking a flattened map of the world. Yo, that's enough for today for entertainment purposes only.
This man found a cave that leads to Disneyland restrooms.
I'm here at the entrance of the secret cave that goes into Disneyland. Now, if this works and it actually does go into Disneyland, I have an annual pass, so I'm not trying to steal admission.
There's no way that this is real if it goes into a bathroom into Disneyland. There's just no way.
It's kind of short.
Man, I wish it was actually not sped up.
Look, I made it. Look, I made it. I did make it. I made it. I made it, I made it, I made it.
Where's the
I
bathroom
am
at?
in Disneyland. It works. The cave is real.
I don't know about that one. I think that might have been a staged video, or he was actually in Disneyland and he just found a little cave that went around the corner or something. Not that I'm saying that I doubt that there's some tunnels to Disneyland, but that I don't think was one of them. If anyone knows anything further about this video, let me know in the comments, please.
People are losing their minds after finding out this is pretty much confirmed to be true. If you've been on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, or even TikTok, you've probably just seen some of the most random ass videos ever, let alone the damn comments. Probably heard of the theory, the dead internet theory, but it's now pretty much proven to be real. So sometimes when you're scrolling on Facebook, YouTube Shorts, or whatever, you see just random photos, random comments that just don't make any sense. Sometimes on a perfectly normal video like this right now, people would be commenting this. The list just goes on. It can be beyond random. But what actually is the dead internet theory? Essentially the theory that the internet is not as big as we think. Billions and billions of people scrolling and commenting? No, not happening. Percentage of people we think are on social media, about 60% of that don't actually exist and are bots. Controlled by the platforms, by the algorithms to make videos do well, push advertisers, you get what I'm saying. There's no other reason why this stuff would be happening on the platforms, random comments from accounts that don't have anybody behind them, and people have actually done digging recently and found out the accounts weren't created or they were created by the platforms.
I will have to say, as a person that uses YouTube, and uses YouTube primarily with the phone, I have noticed over some of the YouTubers that I like to watch, it pops up comments that happens throughout their video, and 9 times out of 10, it is a spam comment of some crudely dressed woman, or it's just the butt of a woman that's got just like a thong on, and it always has a weird comment that says, like this comment if you're not gay, and that comment gets liked. And I have a feeling that it gets liked by other bots and it's getting liked by other users, but nonetheless it's getting pushed to the top. And if you go to open the account, because I did out of curiosity, because you know that it's a scam of some sort, but you want to know things about it. So when you open up the account and go to the channel, normally the channel was just created within a week, if that. It was normally within the first day or two. And they already have like 100 subscribers, and they have a little link that you can click in their description, but I never go that far because that's the gotcha. I assume that they're created by hackers and scammers, and they use some kind of not safe for work image to gain the attention of people that are scrolling through either the videos or the comments. And there's gonna be some people out there that are gonna click on those images because they want to see that creator now. And they're doing it not because they're seeing if it's a scam. They're doing it because they probably think it's a real person and it's going to lead to more not safe for work content. And that little link that you click is where the hacker or scammer gets you. It's probably going to instantly install malware and all different kinds of things that are going to ruin your computer and or spy on your personal life. So if you ever see one of those comments or one of those images of people barely dressed, and trust me, you'll know if you see it, never click on their channel, never reply to their comments. In fact, report them if anything, because they're clearly out to get people and do harm. This is actually one of the topics that I think I would like to do a deeper dive on my second channel, so let me know in the comments.
Jesus coming back in 2026? I know you already want to put something in the comments. Hold on 1 second.
Exact alignment will happen in 2026 at Easter. What will happen? That the Star Regulus would be on the horizon in front of the Sphinx. At that moment, there would be a new knowledge in Easter of 2026. Now you hear it all over TV. 2026, that's the big day.
So this story is actually insane because this guy did an interview with Sean Ryan. I think it was like 6 months ago, something crazy long. And it kept getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out to the point where his family came out. This guy's family came out and said that, you know, Sean wasn't going to want to post it. That Sean Ryan did not want to be attached to this story. So he wasn't going to post it. Months go by, then finally Sean Ryan comes out and posts it because, you know, all people saying post the video. So he finally posted it, and it happens to be this video about this guy saying Jesus is going to be here in 2026. I'll give you my thoughts on that in 1 second, because first we have a lot of things to go over. Did you know 2026 and 2027 is the year that everything comes together? Because regardless of your eschatology views, those dates fit both timelines. Come right back to this because this is big. 1776 was the year that America was founded, right? But not just America, something else happened at the same exact time. These guys right here popped up at the same exact time, 1776. Go ahead and pause it and read. And it gets downright crazy because the founder of this whole thing worked for that religious figure in Rome. Specifically, he worked with a pope that wasn't the white pope. And the craziest thing, in 1776, the manuscript or the book set of Rome's fall was released. At the same time, do you know what America really is? We are Rome, but who rules us? This video right here for an extraordinary amount of information. Anyway, 1776, the start of Rome again, to 2026, 2027 is, you get it, 250 years. Some may call that a little season. A season of 1,000. If you don't get that part, it's okay. One day you will. And now, as I showed you in times past, both the Geneva 1560 and the 1611 King James Version both give dates from Adam until its own creation. And when you add our years into it, 2026, 2027 equals the 7th millennia. And this is on the main timeline. Again, on the 7th day he rested, year 6,000 to 7,000, the 7th millennia. It's insane how both timelines fit into itself. And of course we have all the blood moons this year and the planetary alignment happening. And of course I don't have to tell you guys all the stuff that we see going on right now. This included. There's so many of me. And of course we were talking about him earlier. When his whole shindig got disbanded, the Red Shields came together and they created this up here. I see no differences, you guys. Further, look at one of their independent crests. Can you tell what lineage they believe they come from? But what Revelations 2 actually says that they are? And 3. Now, do I believe that Jesus will come in 2026, 2027? First, let me tell you, I am not God. Second, I don't believe so. But I believe something huge will take place. I think we're getting ready to see that right now as we speak. And finally, I'll let you listen to this a little bit more.
Star, well, the alignment she told me about, that the star Regulus would be on the horizon in front of the Sphinx. At that moment, there'd be a new knowledge. Well, I had no idea if this was even possible, you know. But these astronomers running through the machines, and it comes out that that star is going to come up on the horizon in Easter of 2026. And from that point forward, they started remote viewing the state.
You see, and why would they be remote viewing to take a look at this certain time period?
Government did. And now you hear it all over TV. 2026, that's the big date. 2027, that year, something's going to happen. Armageddon, you hear it all over. You know, you hear it on TV. If you study, like, I've heard even, well, I won't say names, but please do. Well, you know Lou Elizondo, right? Lou's mentioned that day. A lot of people have. Easter 2026. The year 2026. I gave him a specific time. And it was with Robert Grant that I told him about this alignment and all. And he's like, oh my God.
You did hear that, right? All the alien community are all coming together and saying the same exact year? Remember how I was saying, you know, we shouldn't trust those people because they got something going on?
Do you think something's coming 2026, 2027? I know when I first started doing this reaction channel and reacting to conspiracy videos and UFO videos, Chris was a really big deal and a lot of people had a lot of faith in him. Let me know in the comments, are you a fan of that guy or is he someone to not be trusted?
You only talk about dreams with people you really, really care about. You believe that? So apparently we only like share dreams to people that we can connect to and we would have like a personal connection and we actually vibe, right? Okay. Which makes sense. I'm not going to just tell my dream to a stranger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But has there been a time where you just told a stranger your dream?
No, I don't
Never?
think so.
Really?
A stranger?
So apparently if you tell your dream to somebody, you accidentally unlock your subconscious to trust that person.
Really?
Yeah, if you think about it though, every single person you would tell your dream to, automatically you wouldn't just tell it to somebody you don't like or you wouldn't like trust.
Makes sense, yeah.
You'll tell somebody that you'll be willing to trust.
Okay.
So some scam artists, what they'll do, they'll dead ass try to open up a conversation that relates to daydreaming, dreaming, or anything of that spiritual-esque nature.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's like, it's not necessarily religious, but it's something beyond physical.
Yeah, and everybody has it.
Scientists have reportedly discovered a lost continent unlike any other continent we have today off the coast of Australia. Scientists are also predicting that Earth could get an 8th continent and a new ocean sooner than what they thought. What if these predictions and discoveries have bigger implications than what you think? You see, an interesting theory that has been circulating for quite some time now is that there are more continents in our world than what we've been told, and that there are continents far away that have been purposely hidden from us. One of the most interesting discussions that stems from these ideas is that UFOs don't actually come from outer space or planets millions of miles away, but instead from continents right in our world that we simply don't know exists. And this isn't coming from overactive imaginations. There are accounts from people in modern and ancient history who claim to have been taken by an unknown craft to areas not in space, but right in our world that are far greater technologically than anything they've ever seen. With that being said, what if these reports of new continents being discovered or added to us, and even talks about the Galactic Federation, is just a way to slowly get us prepared to become aware and integrate into a side of the world that's been hidden from us?
This is not a conspiracy. This is scary. So in 2018, scientists discovered a black hole really, really far. Like I want to say it was like 16 million light years away. Something crazy.
Whoa.
Super far from us. They're watching it literally swallow a star.
Oof.
It was sucking a star in.
Did it move or the star move?
The star was getting sucked into this black, like, so it was just like light streams going into this black hole.
And where is it going?
Listen to this. What they thought they knew of black holes, well, they don't know a lot. Stuff gets sucked into it because it's just this mad force of gravitational pull that just sucks everything in.
Yeah.
But this year, they looked at the same black hole and it was spitting the star back out. Like, so light and stuff was coming out of this black hole, just like, so it was like regurgitating this star,
Just
but,
recycling it.
like broken
Yeah, I
apart.
remember that.
So it's like, what's on the other side? Yeah,
Oh, I thought a star was just a ball of gas.
it is. But light and stuff was coming out of it. So it was like it sucked the star in with the light, fire, all that, whatever a star is. And it was spitting it straight back out.
That's
3 years
terrifying.
later.
There's something we need to talk about that's happening in New York. The first two videos began January 26, 2025, in which multiple witnesses saw these bright blue flashes, which people automatically attributed to blown transformers. But then fast forward to the night of February 2nd, the same blue flashes are now being seen by more witnesses. Is it just a coincidence that New York is experiencing blown transformers over the course of several days? Really? Or is something else happening? And is it really blown transformers? Is anybody experiencing a widespread of no electricity, no power? Take a look at these next 3 videos and tell me what you think. Comment below if you're experiencing any of this weird oddities.
It's coming from Con Edison over there.
Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like a transformer. Hey, when those things blow, they're very scary. And normally you can't just fix it overnight. If you try to fix it overnight, you get a problem of it happening
Okay,
again.
so I had to get out my car. What in the world is going on? What is that? You see that? Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, Trump. Come on.
So I do personally believe that it's a transformer. But let me know in the comments on your own thoughts.
People are freaking out after what was just discovered. So a new species of fungi has been discovered in Ireland, turning spiders into zombies. And I'm not joking. Some of you may have seen or played The Last of Us, which, yes, turns out is actually real. So there is a fungi called cordyceps, which essentially kills the insect's brain and turns you into kind of like a zombie, although you die pretty much straight away after. Now, this new version is a lot worse. The old cordyceps is still around, but essentially just got buffed with this new update. These spiders, which are normally found in caves, have now been coming outside to spread the fungi so it can infect more. What this new species essentially does is, similar to cordyceps, kills the animal, takes over its mind. Yeah, this is real. I'm not going to show the full picture, but it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. It's a spider or insect into a menace, a literal zombie, where it should not be alive anymore, but somehow is. Researchers are looking into this more as we speak, but the crazy thing about this is that the fungi is actually very interesting as well, as they're saying this could have medical benefits to humans as well, so they're obviously looking into that. Don't worry, this obviously has no impact on humans, it's not going to hurt you. They find out from this could be very, very interesting, so as always, I'll keep you updated.
I could imagine a group of scientists figuring out how to manipulate this fungus, and then the military takes control of it, and then the next thing you know, they're purchasing dead bodies to utilize as soldiers because they can control them with fungus. I could definitely see something like that happening.
Maybe we should pay attention when our memories try to tell us something. From the moment her son Michael could talk, he said things that sent chills down Elizabeth's spine. He spoke of memories that didn't belong to him, moments from a life he never lived. He knew things about his mother's past that she had never shared. One day, he pointed to an old photograph and said something that stopped her cold. That was me. The photo was of Walter Miller, a man Elizabeth had loved years before, a man who had tragically died in an accident. But what made this revelation even more unsettling was that years before Michael was born, Elizabeth had a vivid dream of Walter. In it, he told her he would find his way back to her. At the time, she dismissed it as wishful thinking. But now, staring at her son, who not only looked like Walter, but shared his interests, mannerisms, and even his taste in music, she began to wonder. Michael spoke of things only Walter could have known. He recalled details of Elizabeth's past relationship, things she had never shared with anyone. The eerie connections ran too deep to ignore. As the years passed, Michael's memories of Walter faded, as past life recollections often do. But for Elizabeth, the question remains, had the man she lost found his way back to her? What do you believe?
Hey, alien lovers, get this. Scientists have found at least 1,500 perfect circles deep in the ocean floor. All of them about 67 feet across, and they are not man-made. Most of them are located about 12 miles off the coast of Corsica, but we've also found them off the coast of Japan and Alaska, and there's no explanation yet. I'm not saying it's aliens, but they are in the hotbed of USO sightings, leading me to believe that they might be.
One of the first original public clones was Michael Jackson.
What?
Yes. So if you take a look at Michael Jackson, right? Oh, he had plastic surgery. This is why they're making plastic surgery really popular, quote unquote, because they can basically deduce, oh, the celebrity had plastic surgery. It's not a clone, it's plastic surgery. That's why they look different, right? So Michael Jackson was their first sort of test run for cloning. And specifically the reason why they replaced him with a clone was because he was saying too much.
I don't know if I really go for that necessarily. Now, I definitely do believe that there's some clones out there. I do think that cloning is a thing and probably has been a thing for a while. At least since we have discovered DNA. I think that there's been some underground cloning going on for sure. And it looks like I ran out of coffee at the right time. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video. As always, if you enjoyed any of these clips, there will be a link in the description that'll take you to all the videos that we watched today. And check out my second channel, It's That Guy Dominic. A link will be in the description for that as well. On that channel, I want to dive deeper into certain topics instead of just a bunch of different topics. So if that sounds of interest to you, please check that channel out. And don't forget to let me know what you would like for me to dive into a little deeper in the comments. With that being said, have a good day.